being here today.
No
Siad.
problem. No problem.
How's your day going?
Oh, it's good, not bad. How about you?
Yeah, not too bad. All right, so we're here to discuss about the cardiac monitoring system we've gone through for 5 sessions.
Sure.
So I just want to go through with you how did the session go,
Sure.
Things like that. So to give you the feedback to start with, I think you did extremely well.
Thank you.
So I've shown you how to navigate the system,
Yeah.
and you actually shown me how to do it. So I think you did well.
Sure.
And you were very enthusiastic to learn, and which always helps.
Sure.
And that's the main thing, to get the understanding of cardiac system. It's not you're not going to get straightforward in just 5 sessions like this.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
It will take time, but whatever you showed, I'm pretty happy with how everything went.
Sure. Yeah.
Anyway, now from your point of view, how do you think the session went?
It was really great actually. That if how you showed me and not like just instructed me, actually physically showed me where to put on the lead, how you put the cardiac monitor in, and yeah, the best thing is that you explain the cardiac monitoring. That sometimes you just put it on the monitor and just leave it, but you actually showed me and explained that how this monitoring actually giving you proper reading and where those options are. That was really helpful. Yeah, truly. Yeah.
Oh, that's
So,
good.
Yeah.
Now, how we did was we broke into the 5 session.
Yeah.
So how we initially did just the cardiac monitoring, like what it is for, how to do it in the system, and then positioning the patient with the
Yeah.
monitoring and stuff, and then navigating the system and escalation. So, do you think we should have done a bit more, or do you think that whether this area, if you covered, would be much better, or anything like that?
As I'm just learning, like a beginner of learning everything, I think sometimes I forget. If you keep showing a couple of times, I know it's very bothering, but if you show me a few more times, that'll be very good.
Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of showing me, you showed me very proper way.
Yeah.
That's how I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly true. We've just gone one session for one day, and then we jumped onto the next session the next day and stuff. As I already said, it's everyday practice thing. So
Sure,
slowly
yeah,
but you whatever I showed you, you actually did it exactly the way how it should be done as per the hospital, policy and protocol.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I think you did well. But again, just grab me any time, like when
Sure.
I'm around. We can just go through it again.
Sure.
Or any of the senior staff who's here.
Sure.
I'm sure everybody will be very happy to help.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So, in terms of just for my personal development and things like that.
Yeah.
In terms of my teaching technique, or just say the coaching technique is probably the better way rather than teaching technique, because it's a two-way thing.
Oh, that's nice.
Do you think I could have done anything better?
Don't if I give you the feedback for me, don't take it as personal, but I would say we are working extremely busy situations. Sometimes just get upside down. I know that, but whenever you take one session, if you just make it a bit longer, like you did explain really well way. But if you put some more time, not like 2 minutes or 5 minutes, if you spend more time with it, that'd be really great, So. Yeah.
So you actually felt that the session was a bit more like rushed.
Yes, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. Yeah.
So we probably spent 15-20 minutes probably for one session. So that could have been gone a little bit more.
Yeah, that'd be very helpful, because I'm learning, and
Yeah.
sometimes just all the stress you forget,
Yeah.
If it longer, it's
Exactly.
very helpful. Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Okay, that's very I think very good feedback that I can keep on keep noticing for the next session. Another thing is, how do you think the way I speak? Do you think it's a bit more fast and hard to understand? The pace wise, is it fast paced, or is it like a good pace for you to understand what I was saying.
Oh, I think your pacing or delivering speech was nice. No complaint about it. Just the timing. Yeah, that'd be the helpful thing. You know, if you just spend more time, that'd be helpful.
Okay, very
Pace
good.
was fine. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Okay. Very good. So in terms of this cardiac monitoring system,
Yeah.
is there anything you'd like to ask other than what we've gone through in that 5 session?
Yes, I have a question. How fast we can change a patient from our central monitor to the telemetry monitor? How fast we can change it? What's your comment?
As we've discussed in that session, it's not the timing thing. It doesn't take so long, but the main aim is we shouldn't have too much gap in between, so that patients are not monitored for that period of time.
Right, yeah, you're right, yeah.
So trying to decrease, so you know you are arranging everything before you are ready to change over to the telemetry.
Sure,
so you've got your telemetry machine, you've got your battery, you've got your bag and everything ready to go.
Yeah.
And when everything's ready, then you can just connect straight away.
Sure.
So it shouldn't take too long.
Sure.
And we shouldn't be making a long gap in between, just in case if the patient's got arrhythmia, then you're actually not going to capture that.
All right. I have one more question, Manju. You know, the patient come from ED or any other ward.
Yeah.
Like definitely they are sick. That's why they're here. So if they trying to take their monitors off without letting us put our cardiac monitor, do you think we shouldn't let them do, or?
So what we would
I
say,
saw actually one day.
Yeah.
They trying to pull the the monitors off,
Yeah.
even we didn't put our monitor, like cardiac monitor on. So what do you say about that one?
So in that case, what we say is, let's just put our monitor first,
Yes.
and then we'll take your monitor off.
Sure.
It shouldn't take too long,
Yes.
just in case if any arrhythmia happens in between. Are you okay with that?
Yeah. Thank you for that. This one actually I didn't ask, or maybe you forgot
Yes.
to teach, but
Yes.
that's really
Yeah.
helpful. Yeah.
So different people's got different practices. Not saying that their practice is wrong,
Yeah.
but what we're here for is the safety of the patient.
Of course.
And that's what the main priority, because they're here in CCU for the particular reason. They need to be monitored just to see if there's anything going on in that rhythm. So whenever they get here, so let me just change to this monitor first, and then take your monitor off. Is that
Sure.
okay?
Sure.
Just in a nice professional way.
Can I ask one more question? Sorry. Am I taking too long?
No.
Thank you for that. Same as the patient came in and we put the monitor in and they took the monitor. So after that we do the ECG straight away, or wait till patient to be settled, and how we do the ECGs after putting the central monitor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So central monitor is already monitored already.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's why ECG is not a like an urgent thing at that time. If
Alright.
the patient wants to use the toilet or whatever, you give them comfortable in situation first, and
Sure.
then you can do the ECG, because they're already monitored, so we actually know what's the heart rate and heart
right.
rhythm and everything like
Sure.
that. So there's not a super urgent thing,
Yeah.
but it has to be done. So
Yeah.
whenever patient's settled, then that can be done.
All right. Thank you. Yeah.
So
that's
how
really
did
good.
do you think this session that which we went through has improved your knowledge and skills to work in CCU?
Of course, indeed. Especially even after that as well. I have few questions which I couldn't ask you because you are team leading and all the
Yes.
time we spent.
Yes.
So that's very helpful. Yeah.
Yeah. So if we want to go for the next session in near future,
Yeah.
would you like some more sessions on anything like that?
Yes, I would like to have it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. I would. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, is there any other questions that you'd like to ask, or you want to give me any feedback on how
No.
the session went and everything?
The session was perfectly fine. I think that this session is more actually make everything's perfect because
Yeah.
I have more questions.
Yes.
Actually, I actually got answers
Yeah.
where when you teaching, I couldn't ask you because I didn't have start practicing. But when that session finished, like beginning session,
That's
I
always
start practicing.
happens. What
Yeah.
happens is you were actually doing things, and
Yeah.
then when you go back home and you think about it, and that's when the question comes
Yes,
up.
yes.
So so in our profession, it's a lot of self-learning, lots
Yes,
of self-learning.
yes,
So
yeah.
whatever we did here was more into hands-on practice.
Sure.
But then for the background knowledge, actually why we're doing it and what can be the better way of doing it
Sure.
is always self-knowledge, self-learning. And it's always a good idea to look at what other people do, because everyone does it in a different way.
Yeah.
And some people does it in an easy way, some people does it in a bit more awkward way. So
Yeah.
there's always the best way you can come up with.
Sure.
But with the navigation and systems that we did, it's a standard hospital policy. With the escalation bit, what do you want to say on escalation?
Uh, I'm a bit nervous about the escalation. I know I haven't faced too much. Like I saw other people doing, but I'm a bit scared of that. So I
Yeah.
think if you explain a little bit more on that,
Yeah, so
that'd be helpful.
as a beginner in CCU, it's always to ask people.
Sure.
You know, escalate as soon as you think that there's some kind of abnormal rhythms going on. Always get somebody to double check, triple check. Doesn't matter. No one's gonna blame you or nothing like that. But it's safe for the patient. So it's you actually to start with. Initially, it's hard where to escalate, what to do. Always, as soon as you think that there's something not right, straight away to your team leader, escalate, because patient safety is the main thing. That if you escalate early, that can save a patient's life.
Sure.
So it's very, very important. Most of the times, the escalation is the thing where people don't do it properly.
Yes.
Just because that, okay, well, the team leader is looking at the monitor,
Yeah.
so maybe she's looking at, maybe he's looking at. So it's a communication
Yes.
and it's a coordination and working as a team. So whoever picks up anything's not right
Yeah.
should escalate and then go on with that.
Yeah, I saw sometimes, the nurses, maybe carry nurse or whoever,
Yeah.
they, skip the part, they just don't put a very concerning way they should deal with it, like this, ignore the buzzer or red alarms, So yeah, thank you for that. So I will go with that one. Yeah.
Okay. So as I said already, that I think you were very, very good. You were very enthusiastic to learn,
Thank you.
and you're a quick learner as well.
Yeah.
Because I've showed you something. You're probably technological savvy as well, and that's why all these electronic things was quite interesting for you.
Sure.
And all the best
Oh, thank you,
to
thank
you,
you, thank you.
while you're in the CCU.
Thank you so much for that.
All right. So,
Okay, good day.
okay. Thank you so much
No
for your
problem.
time today.
Thank you.